Good Saturday morning, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you for doing so. Before we get started with your Pick a Door reading, I would like to request that if you're drawn to, if you're guided to, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button for notice of further videos, further notice of videos. Also comment, share if you are drawn to or guided to donate. The email address for that is in my description box. If you're drawn or guided to join my private or public Facebook page, those links are in my description box as well. If you are drawn to a more further in-depth reading, my email address is in the description box as well. So thank you so very much again for turning up and tuning in, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So if you've chosen door number 1, I was guided to use the Everyday Witch Tarot for you. So I kind of feel with you that you are, and the first word that comes to my mind is empowered, or looking for that internal spiritual power, right? Looking for that tribe that you belong to, that spiritual tribe that you belong to, searching for more meaning, searching for more in-depth understanding of who you are as a spiritual being having this experience, what your purpose or path is here on this earthbound plane, in this world, on this earth. I think that you're very I feel that you're very creative, that you have the ability to empower others even though you may not feel empowered sometimes yourself. Sometimes we allow ego to kind of step in and take that away from us by that little the little chatter that we hear every now and then in our heads, or all the time. In my case, it used to be all the time. That little chatter that confirms what people used to tell us or still tell us, that we're not good enough or we're not worthy, and that brings about uncertainty in our lives, and uncertainty brings about self-sabotage, and we most certainly don't want to do that, because regardless of what door you've chosen, we are all here for a purpose, and that purpose is to shine light in the darkness for those who are lost and to help those on their path as well. So let's get right into it. So we're going to pull one card from the Energy Oracle to see where your energy is, and then we are going to shuffle the deck and see what the Everyday Witch has for you. So let's get started with the Energy Oracle. See what energy comes out here for you. If you're new to my page, I like the jumpers. I don't like the ones that fall out, so that's a jumper. So we'll keep it, and that is walking away. So you're being guided to walk away from what no longer serves its purpose here in your life. Perhaps you've been in a situation for way too long, and it's become stagnant. It's become unconducive to your moving forward. It's become it no longer resonates with you. So you're being guided to walk away and flourish in your own garden, if you will. We have a pair of scissors here, it looks like. So cutting ties, cutting the chains or the ropes or the ties of things that have held you to particular ways of thinking or thoughts or feelings, or even that has kept you tied to certain types of people. Sometimes we get into relationships, friendships, circumstances, or situations to where we feel very, very comfortable, and leaving those relationships, circumstances, or situations, it becomes very, very difficult because we've become very comfortable there, right? We know it. We understand it. It becomes comfortable to us. And even though it stops us from moving forward on our path, it is something that we resonate with highly and vibrate with, even though that vibration is very low. So this looks like springtime to me. So the beautiful pinks and the purples and the greens. So I feel that this movement, you moving forward, gaining the courage to move forward in the next 6 months. And when you do decide to make that transformation to walk away, you'll step into a time of your own passion, your own strength, your own understanding of yourself. So I see you working a lot on yourself from now until then, and gaining the understanding, gaining what your purpose is, gaining the knowledge of how to use that inner power, that higher power, how to vibrate on a more higher level to attract people who resonate with you, people who understand you, people who want what's best for you, and people who will help you get there instead of holding you back. So that is the energy I feel like you're going through at the moment. We have, it looks like 2 crystal balls here. So perhaps stepping into your own spiritual abilities, and once you fully understand where you are spiritually, it's stepping out and beyond your comfort zone, stepping out of that box, stepping out of that bubble that you've allowed others to keep you in, or that you've stayed in due to fear. So let's see what the Everyday Tarot has for you. Please don't burn my cards. Thank you. Okay. So as you're walking away, you're stepping into, I feel this partnership is with self, the understanding of who you truly are. And as that partnership with self gets stronger, now it could be a partnership with someone else because the Ace of Pentacles is here, and that's new money making opportunities and ideas. But I think it's partnership with self. And once you understand who you truly are, and you understand that partnership with self, you're able to open your mind up a lot and allow all of these wonderful new ideas to come in, and accepting that guidance from spirit on who you truly are. And the walking away part, the transformation part, can be pretty painful, can be pretty, when we go through transformations, they can be pretty devastating in our lives. And we go through ways of lessening that devastation by journaling, by exercising, by meditation, by whatever your means are of taking care of that heartache or stress or whatever you go through when a huge transformation comes or something big happens in your life. But what I don't want you to do, and what spirit doesn't want you to do, is fall back into those same old situations that you came from, because that was comfortable and this is difficult, right? If you walked away from every difficult thing in your life that scared you, or that intimidated you, or that you didn't have full knowledge of, you would always stay behind that locked and closed gate, and you would always wonder what the world outside of that would be like, but never get the taste of something new or something different because of that fear or that heartbreak or that loss. So if this is you really finding that connection with yourself and allowing that beautiful, wonderful energy to flow, please know that this isn't going to be an overnight thing, and I'm sure you know that. This is going to be a period and a time of work, and you allowing spirit to come in and to guide you to what spirit has for you, what source has for you. And that means you vibrating on a higher level than you are now. That means you walking away from relationships and partnerships that no longer serve their purpose in your life. That means you walking away from situations that don't show you your worth or don't appreciate your worth. That means going through a lot of heartbreak and heartache, but if anyone can do it, you can. It seems like that you really, really, really want to be the best you that you can be, because for so long you've been the you that other people have wanted you to be. So if this is walking away from a relationship because that relationship makes you feel unworthy, if that means you walking away from a job because they don't show you your worth, if that means you going through the heartbreak and heartache of getting to this place beyond where you have kept yourself trapped or stagnant, then it's worth it, because in the end, it's an eye-opening, life-changing experience. So I know I'm using these cards in two different ways. I'm using this as walking away from relationships or situations, jobs that no longer serve their purpose in your life. That could be heartbreaking, but I'm also using it as you connecting with yourself and allowing spirit to open these wonderful opportunities for you, but also walking away from everything that you've known can cause heartache and heartbreak. So if you find yourself in this position as heartache and heartbreak, either way, make sure you're doing what it is that you know how to do to finding that strength so you're not being pulled back down that rabbit hole. Journal, use your voice. I find that recording how you feel and listening back to it kind of helps, and it gives us, that thing that we can go back to and go, that's not where I want to be anymore. So I need to move forward from that. So door number one, if you've chosen door number one, or even if you haven't, this is still door number one's reading. And let me also say that regardless of what door you choose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, all four of them, it doesn't matter. If it resonates with you, it resonates with you. So don't be afraid to pick multiple doors. It's okay. All right, door number one, that is your reading. And please leave comments in the comment section. Let me know if this resonates with you. Sending you many blessings, love, and light. Until next time, take care of you. Bye. Hello, lovelies. If you were guided to door number two, this is your reading. So I was drawn to use the Crow Tarot for you, and we're going to be using a card from the Energy Oracle to get the overall feeling of your reading. So the first word that came to my mind when thinking about you, card number two, is preoccupied. You're preoccupied with a lot of different things here. And some of the things that you may be preoccupied with shouldn't even, and I'm going to say this as nicely as possible, shouldn't even matter. You shouldn't be giving your time to it. You shouldn't even be wasting one more minute on whatever this is that you've been unnecessarily preoccupied with for some time. Because let me tell you, if it is a person or a relationship, I can almost guarantee you that they are not preoccupied with you or how this relationship is going or not going. If it's a job, if you're concerned about it, I am pretty sure that they are not preoccupied with you and how you feel about whatever the situation is, right? So I'm just guided to tell you to stop worrying unnecessarily about shit. Empty that headspace, because everything that you're preoccupied about and worried about is absolutely totally unnecessary. Number one, whomever it is or whatever it is not stressing, losing sleep, or preoccupied over you. Number two, if you truly believed that source and spirit had your back, you wouldn't be using up so much energy preoccupying yourself and worrying about what if or what's next. And I say that in the most loving of ways. We forget that we are spiritual beings having this human experience, and we take that human experience and we read too much into it, and then we push away, push back, or forget altogether about this beautiful spiritual experience we're supposed to be having. We forget that we have this wonderful team of spirits and guides and angels and ancestors that we can call upon and look to for guidance. So instead of thinking about that and instead of working on that, we preoccupy ourselves with unnecessary materialistic worries, cares, relationships, bullshit. And we get sucked down, a rabbit hole full of unworthy thoughts, feelings of undeserving, feelings of heartbreak, heartache, feelings of unworthiness, feelings of, you name it. So you got to dig your way up out of that rabbit hole, and you got to stop preoccupying yourself with all this unnecessary shite and call upon your angels and guides for further guidance. So number 2, that's where you are today. And we're going to see what the Energy Oracle has for you. That card jumped out, way over there into the next century. So we have the Temple Earth. So you're being guided to find a spot, to find a place, to find your place, to find a place where you're able to go and to meditate and to connect with your angels and guides and guardians. And be it, I don't know, if you pray to God, if you pray to goddesses or gods, if you pray to the water elementals, the fire elementals, if the air elementals, the earth elementals, if you pray to fairies or dolphins or sharks or a one-legged, one-eyed Buddha, I don't know, whatever it is that you resonate with, pray to. You're being asked to find that place and to do it. If it's outside, if it's in the shower, if it's in the bathtub, if it's on an altar, if it's walking in the forest or the woods, if it's on the beach next to the ocean, if it's in a stream or a lake or a pond, somewhere where you have no distractions, somewhere where you are not preoccupied with everything that's going on around you, and sit and silence the mind and listen to the elements around you and listen for that connection to spirit and source, and allow that connection to guide you on your path, right? So whatever that place is for you, wherever that place is for you, make time. You're so preoccupied with all of this unnecessary stuff, you haven't even made time to just release, let it all out, stop burdening yourself with other people's shit, and do what you need to do for you, right? So let's see what the Crow Tarot has for you. There goes one, flying off into the, oh, 2. Okay, so we have Temperance, the Alchemist, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the 3 of Pentacles, help from others, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Justice card. So yeah, I'm straight away, I'm getting this feeling when we were talking before about the preoccupation and the imbalance you may have with where you are and where you desire to be. I'm getting that, fighting for that balance, like closing your eyes and allowing spirit to kind of take you and show you where you are at this moment and what's waiting for you, right? And I know that in this world that we live in, we are having this spiritual this human having this spiritual experience, but we're also spirit having this human experience, and we sometimes get kind of confused on how to balance that out, right? And if we are so caught up in that human experience, then we don't allow that spiritual experience to come through, and we don't take advantage of everything that comes with that spiritual experience. The love and the happiness for self and others, the allowing other people to help us, the listening to listening to those wonderful ideas that are from spirit. And that's where the temple path comes in, because when you've cleared your head, and when you're out there, and when you are connected to source, and you're grounded, and you're connected, and you're feeling in your power, those messages from spirit or source come to you, and you get it, and you understand. And both the Justice card and the Ace of Swords, absolutely spreading your wings, and allowing spirit to guide you, allowing source to guide you, allowing that inner you that really knows you and who you are, to guide you, and trust in that. And I know it's difficult to trust in that. I know it's difficult to live this human experience and trust that there is something beautiful and magical and wonderful in this world for you, and to shut out and shut off all of this unnecessary human BS, and just listen to source and to spirit. And trust me when I tell you, I know how sometimes scary it is to hear that voice come out of nowhere to say good morning or hello, or to guide you to a certain space or place or path. I know how unnerving that can be at first, but once you allow it to happen, and once you are at peace with who you truly are in this world, being that wonderful, beautiful spirit, there are so many opportunities when you release and let go, and when you are at when you're balanced with yourself, and when you allow yourself to remove, or to work on removing, all of those conditioning that others have said you were, from your past or past relationships. You know, we only feel the way that we allow someone to make us feel, right? I mean, someone can say all these horrible negative things about you, and we take offense to that if we allow ourselves to take offense to that. And once you allow yourself to take offense to that, you automatically give them your power, right? So by not taking offense, by not being preoccupied with all this human BS, you're taking that power back. And by going and finding that place that 110% absolutely resonates with you, and finding people who absolutely resonate with you, who are there to help you, who are there on the same path as you are, who are your quote unquote vibe tribe. By finding those people, by allowing that beautiful, wonderful light to shine, and by finding those people, you not only allow those wonderful thoughts and ideas and balance back into your life, you're not only taking back your power, there's this beautiful feeling of love and unity with spirit and source and earth, and unity with these people who are there for you, who want to be by your side, and to help guide you into a time of enlightenment, or a time of strength and courage and power, as opposed to all of the human things that you're preoccupied with, that only lead you into a time of doubt, or feelings of unworthiness, or feelings of powerlessness. And it's all a struggle, but once you get the hang of that, it's a magical, beautiful, wonderful thing. It's like you're creating the type of life that you desire to create through the magic that is source and spirit, right? And then there's this beautiful, wonderful balancing, the balanced feeling that happens, to where you know that you are in balance with source, with you are in balance with that human having a spiritual experience, and that spirit having a human experience. And you don't let any of that preoccupation stuff, the things that preoccupy you, you don't allow that in, because it doesn't matter much anymore. Now you're letting in those messages from spirit, those ideas from spirit, that love from spirit and source, that connection with others who get you, that connection with others who want to help you on your path instead of taking your power and taking you from that path. So door number 2, this has been your reading, and I think you're on a journey of self-discovery here. I think you're on a journey of really finding your true self. We all are. We all are. And each path is different. And your path is going to be different from, someone else's path. But you're all going in the same direction, and you can still resonate with and have stories to share with and vibe with those who are on that path of enlightenment and finding true self as well, even though your stories and your paths may be different. So find people who don't take advantage of you or who don't appreciate your worthiness. Find did I just say that right? Find people who don't. No, find people who do appreciate you. Find people who do love you. Find people who do resonate with you on a higher level of spirituality, a higher level of mentality, a higher level of love, and allow them to be a part of this path, this existence here for you. Because you're supposed to be soaring. You're supposed to be flying high. You're supposed to be just allowing spirit to lift you up and to guide you, or allowing these other people to lift you up and guide you. You're not supposed to be in a place where you feel as if you don't deserve anything, because spirit here says that you deserve everything, and everything you shall have if you just let go and allow it to happen. Thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. And until next time, take care of you. Bye. Good morning, everyone. If you've chosen door number 3, this is your reading. So door number 3, as I was sitting here concentrating on your reading, I was drawn to use the Light Seeres Tarot. And the first word that came to mind was destiny. So I feel that you are on a journey here of learning, teaching, finding a higher level of knowledge. I feel that you're the type of person that loves to gain knowledge, right? Whatever it's about, doesn't matter. Gain knowledge. And I also feel that you're the type of person that likes to express that knowledge gain to others, to educate. I also feel that you may be desiring to travel to share that knowledge with others. I also feel that you may move at a slower pace than everyone else. Usually I'm a quick talker, but I find myself talking really slow at the moment. You are a person that really likes to gain the knowledge, make sure you understand the knowledge, and then share that knowledge with others. So there is a feeling here of going someplace, right? Maybe traveling abroad or traveling someplace here in the States to learn that some type of knowledge. And I believe it's all on a spiritual level. I had the opportunity to do an ayahuasca ceremony a couple of weekends ago, and usually you have to go to Peru or the Amazon, but I was able to find one here in the States. So it's kind of like, and I was able to gain a lot of knowledge from that, a lot of understanding about myself from that. And then I was able to take that knowledge and to bring it back and kind of help other people. And I kind of feel that's what it's like. That's what it may be like for you. You thrive on learning. You thrive on experiencing. You thrive on understanding. And you also thrive on helping others understand and teaching others and helping others to learn the knowledge that you know as well. So that is kind of what I feel for you, door number 3. Let's see what the energy oracle has for you. So those dropped out of the deck, and I like jumpers. I don't like droppers, so that's a jumper. So what we have is action. So you're being called to take action. If you desire to travel abroad, if you desire to go to different places, if you desire to open up a online or storefront center where people are able to come in and learn, come in, and those people who seek knowledge, seek that higher knowledge, but don't know where to go, and haven't yet found anything that resonated with them. This could be your opportunity to bring this out in the open, to take all of the knowledge that you have learned and to bring it forward and to help others understand themselves, their path, their connection with source and spirit, or whatever it is that you are learning and or teaching, right? So I feel that this is something that is very passionate. I feel that this is something that has been building for quite some time. I feel that you are not a judgmental person, that you hold everyone's ideals, thoughts in high regards. I also feel that why you do that is you are, it could be physically or mentally or spiritually an explorer, someone who understands and takes in the point of view of everybody, regardless if you believe it or not, and tries to see everything from their point of view and takes little bits of knowledge from all of that and kind of blends it together in this particular way to share with others and allow them and help them to understand their path or their truth. And it doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual. It could be anything, right? Because you're that person. You're that person who absorbs that knowledge. You're that person who understands what is being said in an intellectual way. You're that type of person who can transform that knowledge into a way that everyone can understand it, right? So I don't think it doesn't necessarily have to be a spiritual thing. It could be pretty much anything, because you are that intellectual, you are that creative, you are that absorbent of knowledge. So that's very interesting. So let's see what the Light Seers Tarot has for you. Now, just so you know my shuffling style, I do like to shuffle, but I only accept jumpers that jump out of the deck. Anyone can shuffle a deck and things fall out. I prefer the jumpers that come out of the deck. So we'll see what the deck has for you. And when I say jumpers, jumpers are the ones that fly across the room. That's a jumper. Even though it did not fly, it's still a jumper. So the world. Yeah, look at that. Love it. That is a jumper. The Four of Wands. Wonderful celebration. Celebrating self. Celebrating life. And I think that's who you are. It's just a celebration of knowledge. Celebration of life. Celebration of creativity. Celebration. Now those were all fallers. Celebration of who you are. And and your dreams and other people's dreams too. You are right there. That's a jumper. The Queen of Swords, fighting for that. The Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So I don't think at all that Nine of Swords is you. I think that Nine of Swords is you helping others out of, I think that's you helping others out of that mindset of, you know, this will always be and things will never change, because you're that type of teacher, right? You're the type of person who accepts the truths of the world, right? And you're that type of person who celebrates things, I mean, as is, as they are. And you're not always the type of person who is love in the heart and this wonderful, beautiful, you know, giving, giving, receiving, exchange, higher light, magic. You can also be a person who fights for injustices and fights for the little guy and fights for truth and fights for the knowledge of that truth. So if, you know, I call it half truths when somebody is saying something to you and they leave a little bit out. So it's all about their half truths. And you are the kind of person that fights for that reality, that real truth, everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and fights for the right for others to be able to express their truths with freedom and happiness and love. And I love this wind of change blowing through. So you've planted these seeds. And I think now that you have planted these seeds, they are growing in your favor. And you are there, you are here in this existence, this plane, this world, to help others understand and realize, look, what you're feeling, that uncertainty, those feelings of unworthiness and doubt and all of that, that's not you. That's not you feeling that way. It may feel like you feeling that way because you are this human having this spiritual experience, but what you truly are is the spirit having this human experience, and everything that you're feeling from that Nine of Swords is just ego, right? It's just ego telling you that, you know, things will never change, or you'll never be happy, or there is no happiness for you, or there is no this for you, or there's no that for you. And those are the kind of situations where you will understand your the world's need for you, right? Fighting to let others know that, look, there is a part of you, a huge part of you, that is spirit, that is love, that is life, that is source. And this little part of you that is ego loves nothing more than to keep that wonderful, beautiful, amazing spirit part of you down. So you're not shining your light for others to see and others to be attracted to, right? I thoroughly believe that there are people in this world who are of darkness, and there are people in this world who are of light. And the people of this world who are of darkness, they, it almost feels like manipulate people into only seeing the darkness around them. And you, this person full of light and strength and power and change, are the one who are the ones who are helping those out of the darkness to see their true light, their true spirit, their true magic way of manifesting and really bringing that light out of themselves. So, and I think that you fight for that. There's some times where you have to take your emotions and put it aside and really be able to fight, or desire to fight, for the underdog and the seeds that you are planting to bring out the light in the people that you will be touching in this lifetime is absolutely beautiful and amazing. So There will be a lot of celebration in your honor. There will be a lot of celebration that you bring to this world. There will be a lot of change that you bring to the lives of others. We have this wind of change coming through. And I think that because of you, there will be many lives touched and many lives changed, and a lot of light coming back into this world. So do what it is that you do, my love, and know that you are greatly appreciated, and it has been my pleasure to read for you. Until next time, take care of you. Bye. Hello, everyone. If you've chosen door number 4, I was guided to use the Crystal Power Tarot for you today. We'll be using the Energy Oracle to get an overall feeling of your reading, and then the Energy Power Tarot, the Crystal Power Tarot. I can't even read. So as I was sitting here thinking about your reading, the first word that came to my head was immerse, immerse, immerse. So what I want to say to you is that sometimes I feel like you start projects, and when you spend some time with those projects and they don't go the way that you have wanted them to go, then you kind of give up and move on to the next thing. And Spirit is saying you need to immerse yourself in whatever these projects are. You can't um, you can't put a little bit into these projects, and when they don't work out, think that they are not for you and then walk away from them. There has to be a little bit more than a minute, an hour, a day, a week, a month, right? If these projects are what you really truly want to manifest, and if these projects are something that you really are passionate about, it's going to have to be longer than a minute. So you're going to have to really immerse yourself into whatever these projects are. If you're in a relationship and you desire that relationship to work, you're really going to have to immerse yourself into these relationships or projects or friendships in order for them to work. I get this feeling like if someone says something, that offends you or that triggers you or that you don't like, you're automatically, wash your hands of it, instead of asking them to explain or seeing things from their point of view. I don't think that you have this ability to really connect, because I feel that you haven't had relationships or friendships or partnerships or been in situations in the past that really have allowed you to connect with them. It's like they're here, they're gone, they're here, they're gone. And when things do come into your life that really can make a difference because of those past experiences, you don't even try to put your time and faith into these. You don't even attempt to immerse yourself in them or to find things out about, or to see what makes anything tick. You just automatically assume that this is going to be like every other, so you don't give it the time of day. Okay, well, let's not invest too much in this. This is going to be done here in a minute, so let's just look for that next thing. So if you're looking to make anything substantial in your life, you really have to immerse yourself into something and see what that truly feels like, instead of waiting for something to go tits up and then moving on, So let's see what the Energy Oracle has to say. We're going to do a little shuffle real quick. And I like jumpers. I don't accept cards that fall. I accept cards that jump out of the deck. So if you see me picking cards back up, those are droppers, not jumpers. Droppers. That's a drop. That's a jumper. See that? There you go. Okay, so the World. So, and you know what? I want to keep this card because it's kind of what we're talking about. So if you don't, it just kind of feels like if you don't see things from, you know, your point of view, if you're a yang and things aren't yang, then why bother? If you're a yin and things aren't yin, it's like, well, why bother? There's just this huge world out there before you that you're being asked to immerse yourself in and really see the differences of other people and other situations and other circumstances and other relationships and the good and the bad and the ugly and the fabulous and the magical and the inspirational and the this and the that and the third, instead of just getting into things and waiting for them to just fall apart, because that's what you know, that's what you're used to. And try to find something that you can immerse yourself in. Try to go out into the world and find something that you can really get excited about and immerse yourself in it, and feel what it feels like to feel that power and that passion and that existence and that forward movement and that connection, right? I don't feel that there is any connections made here, right? I just feel that there is you and there are these experiences around you, and in your head sooner or later those experiences are going to go bad, so why even bother immersing yourself or really getting into those experiences? And it's just, you know, when you expect things to go sideways or to go bad, and you don't really see things from other people's point of view or other people's positions, and to you it just kind of feels like I'm hearing the word willy-nilly. What it is, so what? And I understand that attitude sometimes, but why have it all the time? You know, and I understand that in life people have been hurt and manipulated and taken advantage of. I was. Um, I had a horrible, you know, childhood. I was abandoned by my parents at 13. The person who took me, he was very abusive to me in many ways. I was in an abusive marriage. I mean, I understand looking at things and going, well, this ain't gonna fucking work, and just letting it, you know, just letting it go to drink and then moving on and going, see, that's the way my life always is, instead of putting something substantial in it and seeing if it really will work, you know, giving it the benefit of the doubt, um, giving it the benefit of the doubt, and putting a little bit of something into it, and see, giving it a chance, you know, instead of just going, well, that's not going to work, we'll let it just do whatever it's going to do, and just, you know, whatever, because it's no different than anything else. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. You know, I understand being hurt to the point to where you don't want to give anything a chance because of that, because of the probability of something ending. But yeah, so we have the Seven of Wands, holding true to your values. Holding true to your values is totally different than um, not immersing yourself in the world, right? You have the world twice. Celebrate life and welcome new energy. You can protect what's yours, but still allow yourself to be immersed in the world around you, right? You could still hold true to your values and protect what's yours, but still celebrate the new energy, and a new way of thinking, or a new life, or transmute the uncertain energy that you have into energy that shows you life from a different perspective and different points of view. We have the Four of Wands, the universe desiring to bring you all that you need, the Eight of Wands, the ability to manifest many opportunities, and the Four of Swords. resting and taking a break from the world to immerse yourself into the world. So taking a break from the world that you know, and then putting yourself out there in the world to be able to learn how to manifest new opportunities and feel the bliss and the adventure and the love that life has the potential of bringing you, right? So these are two contradictory readings here. We have, the feelings of you not allowing others, you not allowing others in, you not immersing yourself into relationships or thinking or relationships or opportunities, thinking that they're going to go to shit anyway, so why even bother? But I think that there is a part of you that wants to be out there in the world, that wants to manifest, that wants to really experience what life is about. And so we have this duality here. Do we continue to be, as that tough exterior? Do we continue to hold up those walls, or do we protect ourselves? Yes, but immerse ourselves in the world, just kind of break down those barriers a little bit and allow spirit to bring us, what we need to actively be a part of the world that we live in, be it this human having a spiritual experience or the spirit having a human experience, because you'll never know the best of both experiences if you're not out there actively being a part of these experiences. So there's a lot of greatness out there for you. There's, the universe bringing you this wonderful celebration, bringing you multiple opportunities, wanting to bring new energy into your life. And it's okay to protect what is yours, because, no one wants to be manipulated or, and I'm not saying completely let your guard down, but what I am saying is allow spirit to guide you into a time of abundance and prosperity, and immerse yourself in those wonderful, beautiful opportunities that spirit is bringing you. And in order to see those signs, there has to be a little bit of willingness to let down your guard and to accept. It could be baby steps, of course. Accept the opportunities that spirit is guiding you to. And yes, this may have to do with working with other people and seeing other people's points of views, and being able to be open and expressing yourself and allowing others to express themselves, and understanding, right? Understanding that everyone has an opinion, and it's okay for their opinion to be different than yours, that everyone is going to share that opinion, but that doesn't mean that they are against you. It just means that they have an opinion too. There are going to be people who are going to like you and love you. That doesn't mean that they're there to manipulate you or hurt you in any way. There are going to be people who don't like you, and that is none of your business. Who cares why they don't like you? You're not their cup of tea. That's okay. There are going to be people that you don't like, and you don't have to shout it from the rafters. I don't like you. I think you're an asshole. No, who cares, right? It's none of their business, and it's not up to you to be shouting that out into the world anyway. You have a lot of fiery energy here, and you're a passionate person, but you have to give the world a chance. And yes, going through trauma is a horrible, horrible thing. And having that trauma, that residue of that trauma still continue to hold you back from what spirit and source is gifting you, allowing that to hold you back is not fair to yourself and not fair to the rest of the world. So scrape off some of that residue, break down some of those walls, allow Spirit to guide you to new energy and new life, and allow the opportunities to come forward. And use your intuition. There are times that you'll need to protect yourself against people who want to take advantage of you. But for that every one person, there are more people who truly want to be in your life because they care about you and they love you and they respect you and they desire to truly, truly, truly help you. Thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. And until next time, take care of you. Bye.